Good day. It's Wednesday. It's the time before the storm. And today is a good time to think about what is about to happen. Not the storm, but Christmas. You see, from the beginning of the season of Advent, way back in the end of November, till today, we were in the first half of the season. And in this part of the season, we think about ourselves, not selfishly, but introspectively. We're asked to make ourselves ready so that we can welcome our Lord. As John the Baptist says, make ready the pathway for our God. And this is the time that we see what is happening in our life. How can we make a proper home for our God when he comes? Starting tomorrow, Thursday, through Christmas, we get the beginnings of how Jesus came to be a part of our life. We hear the infancy narratives, as they're called, culminating with his birth on the Feast of the Nativity. But for now, on this last day of the first half of Advent, we think about ourselves, what's going on. Today, we had an experience which may be not unique only to this individual, but to everyone that we pretty much know. It was a sense of abandonment, a sense of loss, a sense of being alone. And I think that's what a lot of us are feeling, especially now. We've had almost 9 months of being sequestered, quarantined, told we can't do this and that, having to wear masks. And on top of that, we've had to deal with a contentious election. We've had to deal with a world that seems to be running out of control. But we need to recognize that we're not alone. We are all going through this experience together. Some of us feel abandoned. Some of us feel lost. Some of us don't even feel welcomed, not only in the church, but even in the community, because of what's happening. The mask is really masking us from each other. I'm not saying it's a bad thing that we have to wear the mask, but I'm saying that by wearing the mask, sometimes we're not giving ourselves the ability to be open to each other. I don't know about you, but I can't always tell what a person is really saying when you only can see their eyes. You don't get to see that smile. You don't get to see that anger. You don't get to see that inquisitiveness. That's why it's important that what we do is look out for each other. So many of us have not seen family members for not just weeks, but months. So many of us have not gone out and participated in social things. So many of us have basically been literally locked in. And yet, we're called to be people that reach out to others. If we want to make a real home for our God when he comes, we have to get beyond that mask. We have to get beyond that 6 feet and recognize that it isn't a barrier from our being with each other. We need to be there for each other, hopeful, loving. We need to be the family that he's calling us. Before we begin those Christmas stories, before we begin the infancy narratives, I invite you to acknowledge your feelings, and at the same time be open to looking to others for hope, for help, and for happiness. We're about to enter one of the most joyous seasons of the year, if not the joyous season. Let's not bring it down by feeling abandoned, alone, a lost soul. Let's be there for each other. Let's lift ourselves up. And let's truly be the people of God proclaiming the good news. Let's make that our goal for today and for the remainder of this season. And let's truly prepare the way of the Lord by welcoming him and all of the people into that wonderful glow. Christ is our light. Let us not be stuck in the darkness. Let us be people of light. Have a good, safe, and healthy week.